YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to TelliVision 87. Thank y'all so much for coming on in. So let's get into it. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Here's a little sneak peek. And shout out to the Bravo Shade Room, okay? Now, y'all already know I can't play the full clip for you guys, so I'm going to just explain what's going on here. We have all the ladies, they're sitting around having drinks or whatnot. And this scene in particular, they're really trying to get the information from Candy about the shooting that happened at Blaze, Candy's restaurant. So, but before that, we see Monyetta and Marlo. They're kind of going back and forth about something that happened on a previous episode. So, after all that, Drew just flat out asked, "Hey, Candy, what's going on at Blaze? Is everything good? Because we was just there a couple of weeks ago, and now I see, it's some drama going on." And you hear Marlo in the back. You hear her like, "What happened? What happened?" And then Drew is kind of, she's looking like, I don't know if I should really say, but she says, Drew says, "Well, the incident that happened." And then Marlo's like, "Oh, you talking about the shooting that happened at Blaze?" And then Candy got this look on her face like, "Oh, here we go." So she tells Drew Sidor that, they fine, everybody's fine. But Marlo cops an attitude and is like, "Okay, you know what? I'm about to get up and go because Candy Burris, she never shares her story, her drama or whatever. And we all have to be open and transparent, but whenever it comes to Candy, we could sweep stuff under the rug." And that's what Marlo also goes on to say in her confessional. She's like, "Everybody says what it is with them, but then when it comes to Candy, things get swept under the rug, or she don't have to talk about it." So Marlo didn't like that and threatened to walk out of that scene for that particular day. And I just want to know, what do you guys think about that? Do you think Marlo has a point that Candy is not sharing this about the incident with that happened at Blaze, even though she did? Or are you on like, you know, are you on Candy's side? Like, well, it's a legal matter. I already kind of explained what the situation was, but I can't further talk about it. And we even saw on the last episode when the fourth wall was broken, when that producer came in, Candy said in her confessional, she said yes, there was one of her employees at the time, whatever, came and there was a shooting, ended up shooting, somebody else at the restaurant. I believe it was her cousin. And, he came to work a little inebriated, this, that, and the third, and things just popped off, no pun intended. But that's what she said. But she was very adamant, like, I cannot say anything else because it's an ongoing investigation. So, they normally, when they talk about the details and stuff like that, it's usually over some like silly baseless like rumors or whatever. It's usually not something that is involved with like a shooting or something like that. So it's clearly ongoing, and once it's no longer ongoing, I'm sure Candy will be back to say, "Okay, yes, I told you guys this part, but this is what happened, this is the outcome," and yada yada yada. So let me know what you guys think about that. And if Marlo walked off the set, would you even care? Would you even care? Let me get to some of these comments. One person says, "What is it that Marlo wants so badly for Candy to talk about?" Ma- Meanwhile, Marlo could actually have a story to tell if she'd tell it. Her scenes look forced or rehearsed. Sheree still doesn't have an active working site for long overdue boutique. And where does Marlo and Sheree get their monies from? Sanya mother and sister give better TV than her, but I digress. At least Drew shows up to work. Kenya is necessary, and I like Monyetta activated. LOL. Candy has been cherry picking what she wants to share for years, and that's okay. but she's quick to talk about what the streets are saying about the next person. Let me know what you guys think about that comment, because a lot of people are saying, yeah, Kandi does kind of, skirt around certain things and this, that, and the third, but there are people who are also saying that Candy's one of the most transparent housewives, because we've seen her with the restaurants, we've seen her with all her other businesses, the bedroom candies and the what was it, the bedroom candy consultants and those conferences and all of the escape stuff, and all of her writing and her getting married, and even in the earlier seasons when the gentleman that she was with passed away. We see everything with Mama Joyce. We see Mama Joyce disrespecting Todd over and over and over. We've seen her have her two kids. We've seen her had to adapt to now being a stepmom to Todd's daughter. We seen the whole custody, well, not custody, but them trying to, Candy trying to get blocked to pay child support with Riley, and that whole father daughter dynamic. Like, we've seen so much of Candy's stuff, so I don't know. Someone says Candy has been more transparent than anyone with her life on RHOA since the start. You can't talk about legal issues, period. Marlo is reaching. I wouldn't want talk around Marlo either. She will twist it and fling it all over the place. Plus, I'm sure it's a legal matter. So after Marlo decides she want to get up and leave and break the fourth wall, Candy says, okay, well, let's talk about the chick that you stabbed back in the day, blah, blah, blah. And Marlo said, oh, that's what you always want to bring up, me stabbing old girl from back in the day. So it's just a mess. It's episode 3. It's a lot going on. So let me know what you guys think. Are you team Marlo? Are you team Candy? Drop your thoughts down below. All right. It's TelliVision 87. Thank y'all for watching. If it's your first time stopping by, I hope that you guys will come back. If you want to check out more of my content, click on these videos right here, and I will talk to you guys soon.